Okay, welcome back to set 3. Just share the screen and we'll watch the Tom Handlin match. Welcome back to the second set. Third set. I got the right link. Board 17. I got Okay, we're on the third set. I think I might have the second set, and they've didn't quite get in time for the board 17, but it's an 8-imp gain. When Hanlon and Boland got to 5 hearts, and they just took the money in the other room against 4 spades doubled. So it was an 8-imp gain. Lead goes back up to 15. What did happen in the bidding? They opened 4 hearts on a 6-4 shape. Double for takeout. 4 spades. It's surprising the 4 spades doubled only goes 1 off, isn't it, when the trumps break 5-0? You were hard to lose. But I think that is the case with the solid diamond suit. Yeah, possibly. Might be able to get a 2 off. Diamond lead would have got it 2 off, I think. You get 2 diamond roughs, a heart, and 2 spades. So we just have to wait for them to complete. What we're waiting for them to complete, you would think board 18 would be displayed now. It's to do with the delay. We have a 10-15 minute delay. And there's something in the algorithm that stops it moving on when we feel it should move on. Because they've obviously played this in both rooms. Just flip into the room a minute. Break after each 8 boards. There's a break after each board at the moment. But clearly the best way to watch this is on playback. Anyone that wants to play in this next year, get your entry in quick, because it closed very early this year. They were full mid-March. Sorry to say, I really don't know what the delay is for. These are fast players. Oh. Whoa, we're back. Back. I was going to say third in hand would see people, some people opening these hand, but didn't think we see many first in hand. Two diamonds, we double for takeout. It's a bit thin. Three in a trump. That's what he's got to do with the 12 count. Wasn't expecting his partner to be so weak. Okay. Four spades, in theory, might have been better, but probably isn't. And the spades do break 4-1. So four spades is looking dodgy. 3N is not roll painting either. Got a heart, two diamonds, that's 3. Two clubs is 5. And 3 spades is 8. And the opponents could set up the 4th heart and make a diamond. I think East is going to come under pressure, holding king to 3 clubs and holding the diamond length. And 3 in a trump has got the chances to make.
And 3 clubs at the other table.
Really?
East-West and 3 clubs.
East-West, not South.
East-West.
Imagine how that happened. Did they open 2 diamonds as well?
1 diamond, pass, 1 spade. Pass, 2 spades, pass, double, pass, 3 clubs.
And that's where they're playing undoubled.
Yeah.
And there's game on north south. Look, I don't know if game is going to make here. It's a lot to do. Let's just count his winners. 3 spades, a heart is 4. 2 clubs is 6, a diamond is 7, probably another diamond is 8. West isn't going to be in the picture again. East is going to find us on lead a few times. And might have to concede 3 club tricks. And first thing is the spade to the ace and spade back to the jack. Potentially running the 9 of spades, but I don't think he will. It's interesting what the carding meant from east-west, assuming that they're not false carding. He still doesn't know really who's got the 4th heart. Okay, the club finesse was needed. He's going to concede a diamond, basically. Just, he was pleased to see that East had the king of clubs, but it's lack of the 9 of clubs is a shame. It would have been a useful card to have. I don't think it's West is thinking here. I think it's North, probably, if anyone. Okay, really surprised to see that card. And see if this can make much difference. He's probably going to have to throw a club here or a diamond. But then he's going to have to throw another club when diamonds played, when the diamonds are cashed. That could be fatal. That could be fatal. That's why the 9 of clubs would have been important if West could have ended up in bearing down to the stiff 10. Now this looks like it's going to be 4 spade tricks, doesn't it, and a club and a diamond. Certainly that's not enough, is it? 4 spades, a diamond, a club, not quite enough. 4 spades, 2 diamonds, and a club is enough then. 4 spades, 2 diamonds, and a club. Yep. That's remember, East has opened 2 diamonds, so he knows he's going to be surely 5, 4, 3, 1. Okay. So we don't know if that spade discard was fatal or not. Time will tell, and that's the joy of having these on YouTube rather than real bridge, we can analyze these hands again when we have more time. Even the players can look at these hands on YouTube and decide. They wouldn't need to, they can look at it on real bridge obviously as well. So it was difficult for West discards. Let's look what Double Dummy says would happen if he had on that heart he'd thrown something else. It says whatever he does they would have made. So if he threw a club, then they would have. See, it's assuming the Double Dummy analysis is assuming the declarer is going to cast the ace and run the 9. And he might still have done that, in fairness. He might well have got the space right, even if Connor had thrown a club. The reasons I say that he knows that 2 diamond has been opened on a 5-card suit, so it's just not going to be 5-3-3-2 shape. It'll be 5-4-3-1s. In the other room, they opened 1 diamond on this stand to give you some idea. So I would think that's closed things up quite a lot now. $46.50. Remember, the music doesn't necessarily stop after 32 boards. Unless the Shenola team is in the lead, when the music will stop. The slight advantage the Irish have is they do have a team of 6 rather than a team of 5. It's noticeable this event is nearly always won by teams of 6. The 4-man teams tend to tire towards the end. Yeah. The offer of alcohol has suddenly woke me up. Now, remember, post any questions in the chat and we'll get Aoife to answer them. So West to be thinking, did he throw the wrong card? Would it have made a difference? I tend to think Kaplan would have got it right. I think he would have cast ace of spades and run the 9. So someone said that might have required a strip squeeze. No, it didn't. It just needed good card reading that East would not be 5-3-3-2 shape. First in hand, third in hand, maybe he would be, but first in hand, they're just not. They're aggressive, but not lunatic. Although you could argue the 1 diamond lunatic, some people would, but it certainly worked up in 1 diamond. Stole the contract in 3 clubs. No, there's no connection issues. It's just something wrong with the algorithm to allow this to happen. They finished in both rooms, so why the delay? Must admit, I haven't seen it as bad as this before with the delays. I've seen them pause for the odd board, but every single board being maybe a 3-4 minute delay is pretty poor. We started this at, I think they started about 25 past 6. It's taken us half hour to get 3 boards done. For those spectators just joining, anyone that isn't from the regional bankers, you're very welcome. We do these presentations for all the international matches and some large events, maybe the occasional trial. And it's great to be able to do it for this event and have the Irish team doing so well. And there's a lot more bridge to come up for this team. They've got a very big event in 2 weeks' time back over in Ireland, in Belfast. Maybe 3 weeks. And then they'll be getting themselves up to speed for the European Championships in Latvia, in Riga. We're back. So even non-vulnerable, they're not going to open the South Hand game. West might well open 3 clubs. No, 1 club. Okay, it's fine too. Looks like a takeout double to me. I know you've got the right point range for winner trump, but it's the right shape for double. Redouble is more like 10 plus these days because opening bits are so light. 2 spades from south is just preemptive. It's not anything more than that. Tuna trump. Okay, that'll be 11 to port 12. Three clubs, I haven't got much. 3 spades, I got 4 can't support. He's got 3 diamonds, a club, and a heart, and a spade loser. 3 diamonds, a club, a heart, and a spade. That's 2 off, isn't it? Well, 1 off it claims on a club lead. So as the diamond pips are good for him. He's probably forced to play a diamond to the 8. Hoping that they don't switch to a diamond to give him a guess, but he's going to guess right if they do. Thank you. So it's been a long day, but much longer for the players. It was a big surprise to see them in both the semi-final and the final, so well done. But they were seeded 7th, so they expected to get to the latter stages. And the USA team was seeded 3rd, so they were very much expected to be in the mix. It's such a difficult event to seed because there is generally about 40 of those 64 teams are good enough to get to the latter stages.
In the other room, everything's different.
What did they end up in the room?
And the West opened club, double by North,
Mm-hmm.
East with a heart,
Mm-hmm.
has 2 clubs, has 3 neutral by East.
Mm-hmm. How to make?
The players.
Obviously, they're bidding a lot more in the other room, East-West, which is surprising when Tom Hanley's at the table. But they've got to 3 no trumps East-West on this board. What would the lead, Ethan? I think it's a spade lead.
6 of spades.
Well, 3 no trump appears to have no play. So it'll be going 1 off. So North-South went negative in this room, and East-West going negative in the other room.
They're
So
not negative yet.
spade lead, spade back. Yeah.
Spade lead and who's ducked. Anyone.
Oh, something happened weird at the other table. They made 3 no trump plus 1. Let's see what happened there. We may as well flick to the table because we know there'll be a long wait. So let's have a look what happened there. So, quite how it made plus 1. It looked like it was just off. They had a spade and the 10 was put in.
Who's ducked by them.
Yeah. Which sometimes could be the right thing to do. And spades from 4 small. So and then the club came back and they switched to a heart. Dear. Okay, it's again we'll look at 19 again. There must have been a reason for it. Oops. So that tightens things up, and it means that the USA team showing a Chenellois are now in the lead by 7 imps.
That's the board is right.
We're trying to decide if it's reasonable for him to switch to a heart. So far, it looks as if the US have gained 45 imps in the last 7 boards. So it all depends on the hand. We're looking at the screen now whether it did go a spade lead.
On the EBU live results, it says 3-inch rate. That's one.
Yeah. We think that there's some confusion when that 10 of spades forced the king. And for some reason, he didn't come back spades. Like, I suppose he has to guess whether his partner's got the queen of spades or the ace of hearts. But I just don't think he had room for the ace of hearts. It gives East too few points. So you can see there's 5 clubs and 2 diamonds is 7. Spade is made is 8. And if Taka's got ace of hearts, that's 9. So it looks to me as if he just has to continue spades because partner can't have hearts. His partner to have the ace of hearts or the ace of diamonds for the hearts supposed to be right. And he can't have them. Luckily. Nitpicking has been such a long weekend of loads of boards. So it's going to be hard for the Irish now. Got to decide what they're doing for the last set, but there's still 5 more boards of this set. Now, some of you may not be aware who Mesmer and Fitzgibbon are, but they've been around playing international bridge as long as I can remember, since the 1990s, might even be earlier than that, when they used to play with Joe McHale and Peter Piggott Sr., father.
73 they won bronze, huh?
73.
No, sir.
93. I used to play with Peter Piggott and Joe McHale. We think it was 1973 when they won the bronze medal in Lausanne. Lausanne? Where's that? In Switzerland. Certainly they're both ranked in the top 5 or 6 of the Irish national list. And if you count major titles, they're probably top of the list. Yet the USA team is full of star players as well. Crossrack is quite a young player, but met him a few years ago in a mixed event, and very much a gentleman. Called the director when he made a mistake. Has to be penalised. Good to see. And Kaplan has been around for a while, top class player. And the superstar presumably is Joe Grew, who's playing in the other room. So it will be a very, very good win if Ireland can pull this off. But even if they don't, you mustn't belittle how well they've done getting to the final of this star-studded event. Sorry for the delay again, can't do much about it. Apparently the cards are played too quick on Real Bridge. The hands are displayed faster than they are actually played. Okay, don't understand that. If anyone can translate that to English to me, by all means put a message in the chat. What does it mean? The hands are played are displayed faster than they are actually played. Any questions? No questions. You must all be enjoying it so much. And just a shout out to the Regent members watching. Friendly Friday coming up. 2 weeks Friday. Friday the 22nd, something like that. Trouble with this break is very difficult to keep the momentum going. Try my best to continue without waffling on rubbish. It's 7:10. We started at 4:30. Well, it is so slow. We're going to just take a peek at the live results. Oh, no, we won't. We'll do this word first. So I don't think you'll find West opening 2 diamonds on this hand. North isn't going to risk an opening bid, but East could well bid 1 spade third in hand. It's got the shape to compensate for the lack of points. And his partner's never going to crucify him for opening third in hand unless he's got big support when he will bid to the limit. So no, East didn't open. 2 diamonds could be Flannery. Looks like it is Flannery. I'm surprised. They play it in the other room. Let's be given play Flannery as well. 2 diamonds is 5 hearts and 4 spades. 3 diamonds is general force. 3N, nothing more to shape to say. You're not allowed to bid above 3N, I suspect. Just 3 diamonds. Flannery's a good hand as well, 11 to 15. So North has judged well to bid game. I assume 2 diamonds is Flannery, but it might be another special bid. I'm a bit frightened on the club lead that the clubs may not be 4-4. Needs the hearts breaking. So he's got 5 hearts. He's taking the club straight away. Okay.
So bidding on the other row is 1 club, East, 2 clubs, and so 2 diamonds, pass, 2 hearts, pass 4 hearts.
Okay. Oh, they're in 4 hearts in this room, so I didn't see them. So I'll take past 3 on. So we think he's got no losing options here. Shooting the double dummy server off. Made 2 tricks. He's got 5 heart tricks. That gives him 7. Ace of spades is 8. Spade rough is 9, and a diamond to the jack is 10. So it's at least 10, maybe 11. You're not certain whether to play trumps now or to rough a club and rough his other spade. Could play hearts to the queen, rough a spade, and then rough a club. I think you rough a spade and rough a club. So it guarantees his tricks most times and gives him the best option of the over trick. Yep. Okay, 11 tricks. Likely to be flat board. And I think it is, so that stopped the rot of it. Have they finished playing the other room? You're on board.
Still playing.
Okay. Still playing board 20 in the other room, but expect to be flat. So heart looks normal. Some people would have all got a spade at this vulnerability, but pass is fine. 2 clubs, yep. Double, okay. I don't know if this is the right contract, but I would be surprised. It's possible that East didn't see the double. There's 2 clubs double. It looks like it's a nice place to be. It's a strange result. Well, 2 clubs plus 1 double isn't as good as 5 clubs, so might be a win again. Five clubs doubled might not make. You can see now 3 losers. 2 diamonds and a spade.
This is 21, isn't it?
Mm.
The live results are totally different.
Yeah, we're not certain if the pass is a misclick for the operator for Eastern.
It says 5 clubs doubled -1%. And in the other room, 7 clubs doubled -3%.
7 clubs. Yes, we're not certain now. We think the operator's getting tired. The scorer's getting tired. The players are getting tired. The view graph operators are getting tired. Commentators are getting tired. And we're not seeing enough interesting hands. Any non-Irish people watching, you're more than welcome. It's good that you've clicked on to listen. Sorry we can't give you anything really entertaining, but the hands have been a little bit bitty. So hopefully we'll get the scoring right for boards 25 to 32, which are the critical boards that we should really be starting by 8 o'clock. Preferably a lot earlier. A 32 board match should really take less than 4 hours. Let's flip to the other room. Thank you. Okay, board 20 in the other room, I think, was the problem. Okay, we're still waiting on board 22, 23 and 24. Obviously, this is going to be broadcast throughout the world, which it should be. There's a lot of Americans now playing, and all the Europeans playing. We have to work on the presentation. We mean Real Bridge, I suppose. Real Bridge, EBU, Gordon and his team just have to make this more of a spectacle. Yeah. Is operator drunk? Well, possibly, yeah. Well, sure, we're losing a lot of people, and I can't say I blame them. Down to 50, we had 77 not so long ago. See what we have in the other room. 91. Well, we got to 7 clubs somehow. One hard, one spade. 5 clubs. 5 headphones. 6 clubs. 6 hearts. Well, we're not quite believing the score on this board, but it could be right. 2 clubs double plus 2 and 7 clubs doubled minus 3. We agree there's 10 tricks. We're not disagreeing number of tricks. We're just questioning the contracts. And we're falling asleep. I can't say I blame you. Oh. Still waiting. Okay. Gone away for a while. Come back. I'm still here. Well, we started 57 minutes ago and we missed the first board. So this has gone on for an hour and 10 minutes for 8 boards.
Oh, I need 22.
Okay, finally here. Yeah, they all fell asleep during the break between the board. I can't blame them. So East passes, and we've seen them open a lot less than this. A diamond, that's certainly good enough to open third in hand, if not first in hand. A spade, not quite good enough to double. Double by East. 2 spades by South. 3 cards bought by a bit of shape. Queen Jack Doubleton is bad news, but you do have a secondary 5 card suit. North tries his partner to have something, but would be disappointed or willing. The spades are lined favourable. Hearts are split. And diamonds are favourable. Club is not favourable, so probably a little bit careful. I'd have 4 losers. But the diamond leaders sort of helped him. Just can't easily get the dummy to take the spade finesse is your problem. And if you lay down the king of spades, try and drop the stiff queen, which you might do, then you'll end up with 3 spade losers, a heart loser. So I don't think this will make. Possibly South shouldn't have raised to 2 spades. After the takeout, the negative double by East, the Queen Jack to 5 hearts weren't really worth 3 points. Queen Jack Doubleton Club aren't really worth 3 points.
Same bidding at the other table, the same lead.
Yeah. But it's the sort of game contract that they bid at this level. So your chance to beat these teams is by bidding normally. And sometimes that works. But it's a sort of hand I would often bid 2 spades, but I would know I shouldn't, if that helps. Yeah, we're not sure if the real base people are here this weekend. We think they could be running the quite big New Zealand tournament. In the early days, they used to turn up at the big events to help out. Okay, so correction to the 7 clubs doubled -3 to be 5 clubs doubled -1. Still bad news. It's the 2 clubs doubled +2 is the score we were hoping to be corrected. So, same lead, same bidding in the other room, or similar bidding. So how does he get to dummy to take the spade finesse? And if he doesn't, what spade does he play from his hand? Well, there is only 1 spade from your hand, isn't it? And that's the king to try and drop it stiff queen. You're hoping that it's West has a stiff queen and East has a stiff 3. That'll be okay. Yep, there we go. He's played the spade we said he should play. Unfortunately, it means he's now got 3 spade losers. Well, they get a diamond rough. If they get the diamond rough, then he's got.
Sorry.
I remember North hasn't mentioned diamonds at all, so it wasn't obvious that that was a singleton. But it was likely to be. So, well done. That's a clever switch. Very clever switch. Play the ace of hearts, then it's beginning to set the heart suit up. Clever, but the heart, as long as Connor goes up the king, means club can come through. Yep, as I said, as long as Connor goes up the king. 9 of hearts was a very difficult card to read. But he did make it take a double. Hadn't read the ace of king of clubs, so he doesn't have ace king. So he probably had to have the ace of hearts. Okay, flat board. Okay, club could be short. Heart showed spades. I like it so far. 2 spades from North, and he's got a weak no trump with 4 spades. Weak no trump range. Could have a singleton diamond. Any of you that are thinking of taking up these methods, transfers over a club, strongly recommended. The benefits are quite large. And the actual effort to implement it is not that big, which is also a key factor. So no lead looked attractive, so you led a trump. You might have led a small diamond as the other lead is plausible. Club or a heart looks a bit silly. Okay, now Declarer probably thinks the spade finesse is right, but the 9 of spades might persuade him otherwise. Okay, so what's he thinking of? What is he thinking of? He's in 2 spades. No bidder from the opponents, so he's just tucking a diamond for now. Yep. The opponents think there's something major afoot and get aggressive. That's all that was about, to try and get the opponents to open up a suit. And it was the right thing for them to do, is to continue diamonds. Okay, well done. Right thing. So they're avoiding opening up the club suit for declarer. Okay, not the most exciting hand in the world, but we think the Irish are 20 down, but probably they're not that much down. They're probably only about 15. Probably there's an issue with the scoring, which hopefully will be corrected before we see board 25 for the last set. Quite good. Exit with a spade now, and we should come to 2 clubs. At least. So well defended, and this looks like this could well be going 2 off now. Got to draw the trump, which gives him 2 spades and a heart, and then he has to give up 2 clubs and a red suit winner. Okay. Yeah, I agree. You could shoot down to the pub for a drink between hands. Well, honourable figures to gain a few imps for Ireland, but we never know. Doesn't look like it. So board 21 has got the wrong score in. I'm confused by board 19, but I think it's right. So final board of this set, and then we'll reconvene. I'm not going to be back till 8 o'clock for the last set. I might miss the first board or two. I'll be back on 8 o'clock. Send the link to the usual people. So a diamond, which they tend to do with diamonds and clubs, open a diamond, whereas most of us open a club. A heart's natural, win the trump. It's natural. Two hearts is not natural. That's transfer to spades, and that's where they play. So two spades has got two club losers, diamond losers 3, heart losers 4, and maybe a trick of the one. I think you guessed the heart right after the diamond discount. Let's see, he's trying to reverse the dummy here and rough 3 times in his own hand. I think he is. So he's hoping to make 6 trump tricks by roughing 3 times in his own hand. So that's 6 tricks. Heart trick is 7. Diamond trick is 8. And that's about all he'll make. But that's all he wants to make. He's only in 2 spades. The alternative is to play clubs and try and rough a club in dummy. And I'm not certainly had the entries to do that without them just keep playing spade, spade, spade. So an unusual dummy reversal, if that's what he's trying to do. And those of you that haven't come across dummy reversals, it's when you rough a lot of times in the long trump hand and you draw trumps with the short trump hand. Normally 5-3 fits. You rough in the 3-card suit, but when you're doing a dummy reversal, you would rough the long trump suit a large number of times. Let's see if that's what he's doing. Might be wrong. Might duck this. Yes. Technically, he's playing it very well, as you'd expect from Kaplan. Oh, Zach is playing well. He's an excellent card player as well. But I'm surprised they drew the trump, so he's obviously not trying the dummy reversal, I suggest. Still had 8 tricks though. The main thing about the hand was staying low. He's only going to make 8 tricks rather than 9, but he stayed low. The other room, they just got too high. The longer the matches go and the longer the events go, the more you overlaid. So they've gained some imps, pulled some imps back, Ireland had, and now they've dropped a few back out. But we don't think the north-south score is quite correct. We think it's 4 or 5 imps less than that, but not much less.
EBU says 76 to 69.
To 69?
Yeah.
Well, that 24 must be a big gain then. I think board 24 is a big gain to Ireland to catch up with the EBU score, but we'll see. Okay, so we'll get the score right before we start the last set. And either way, we are playing the next set. I don't think Ireland are going to concede if they're within 60 imps. But the USA can now play their 2 regular partnerships throughout for the rest of the event, I'm fairly certain. So it's worth switching back on. I know it's only a Tuesday night and most of you are still in work. It'll be a bit of fun the last 8 boards. Should be entertaining. Ireland will be trying to operate a little bit to pull some imps back. USA will try to calm down a little bit from the very, very aggressive game they've been playing for the last 2 sets, because they're now back in the lead and it's a different ball game. Some of you will be thinking it's not bridge, it's more poker at this level, but I don't think so. I think they just know when to bend the truth a little bit. And what you all need to know in order to cope is to realize the type of situation when they could be bending the truth. And the type of situation is clearly third in hand, green against red. Don't trust them. Trust your partner. In fact, trust your partner throughout, except when they're vulnerable and you're not, when they won't be operating. That situation, trust them rather than your partner. Well, sorry the hands have not been exciting to be commentating on, but maybe there's 1 or 2 little tips we've all picked up from watching this. Still got loads of people watching late on a Tuesday night. That's excellent to see. It all looks not quite certain why we're displaying board 25. Must have missed the break. It looks as if the break has disappeared, so we'll carry on with 25. Won't bother powering down. So 4 hearts by West, if that's true. So he's likely to get the hearts right, because easy entry to dummy. He wants to throw something away on the Queen of Clubs, which is a worthless spade. But he's going to lose 2 diamonds and 2 spades. And maybe that's all. Its only real hope is on a 10 doubleton. No, even that's not good enough. So it's king queen doubleton or king queen X with the north hand. North has opened, so king queen X is possible, but not very likely. But it costs nothing to play for it. You could also play for South to have a singleton spade on her, which I suppose is possible. Oh, that's not so bad for him. It's not too bad at all. Now we can get rid of his spade. I'm surprised what's happened here. I think he was hoping his partner had the Jack X of hearts and he can get trump promotion. But what he didn't realize is the risk of declare throwing his spade away. That's a big surprise. An expensive surprise. I'm shocked at that one. You assume there's a good reason, and there probably is, but there's also another reason, and it's called 64 boards for 5 consecutive days, and you're a team of 4, a team of 5. And I think that's the reason for that one. And I don't think that Kaplan's going to be watching this on YouTube to say anything otherwise. I just think that was a targeted error because the risk was so great that when his partner didn't have the Jack of hearts, it cost the contract. So 12 imps to Barton tightens it back up, and this is roundabout what the EBU have 76 to 69 to 25 boards. So game on, but loads of boards still to play theoretically. I'm taking a 5-minute break, but I'll leave it all running. Just go into silence for a minute. Okay, welcome back, those of you that have rejoined. It's the same.
New link?
No.
Oh,
It's the same link because the breaks seem to disappear, which was good for us, good for me, but it means that this is a long session for YouTube. I prefer it was split into 1 hour chunks, but never mind. You can always fast forward over the slow stuff from the first set, those of you watching on playback. Hopefully you can still hear me. And I've got both screens up now so I can see what's going on. So we're on board 26. We think the score is about right. Is that what it says on? Well,
yeah, but
they're
you're
ahead.
ahead here, so I don't want to tell you.
No, don't tell me. Okay.
I want to remove it.
Okay, so my assistant tells me that she's not going to give me the score because they're a bit ahead of us. Okay, so four space made in the other room, and I've only just come back, so I didn't see the play on this, but it's made again in this room. So it's a flat board, so the match is tied, and I suspect that the USA have kept the same people in. I'm just going to quick look. Yes, they've missed their chance to swap their players around. So we're going to join the John Carroll and Mark Moran room for this set now. So I know the excitement might be in the other room. This will be equally exciting watching Joe Grew and Vincent DeMoy. The Americans have 4 professionals in their team, so they do have a slight advantage. We only have the one full-time professional in the Irish team. So, remember, any comments, throw them in. Spectators all coming in now. Don't know how many people watching. How many people watching, Faith? Does it tell you how many watching? On the Real Bridge? No, that's people watching on Real Bridge, isn't it? Watching the YouTube. Okay. That's all right. Look, the YouTube presentation is not so good this time, mainly because of the speed of display of the hands is wrecked it a bit. So we'll keep working on it. For those of you that are watching, going to watch the Telshin in 2 weeks' time, that'll be fast. They're all fast players playing. It's worth watching. Board 27, we're back live. Okay. So Gru has got a flat 16 count. I think he might make a takeout double, even though some of you bid won the trump. I would agree with the takeout double. You've got to work out your own theory on what you do with honor X. Some people bid won the trump if it was king X and double if it's ace X. But I tend to double. I've noticed West only bid 1 spade despite having quite a good hand. And he's with 2 diamond. There's a good hand that may or may not have 4-card spade support. Probably hasn't, but may have. And West has decided to show his double diamond stop by bidding 3N. Good choice of bids. And 3 in trump is a lot better than 4 spades, I would suspect. And the diamond lead, okay. Doesn't give away a huge amount. So Declarer is going to have to make at least 3 spade tricks. 2 heart tricks is 5, 2 diamonds is 7, and the club is 8. And in practice, he can make 4 spade tricks, or he could make 3 spades and 3 hearts. But whatever he does, he's ducking this diamond. Would he run the queen of spades, or run the jack of clubs? Remember, North has opened the bidding with the diamond. So South will have 2 or 3 points maximum. So say he's got 2, then the king of spades is right. You're missing the 9 of spades, so it's not quite clear what you're going to do with the spades, but you've got plenty of entries, so I think the queen of spades will hit the table next. I'd play the jack of clubs, but I would think it'd be the queen of spades. Okay, 10 of spades. Spade on them. Held, so try another one of them. All the going's good. Some Norwegian people would be inquiring as to who were the previous Irish pair to be in the latter stages of the Spring Fours before the current Irish team, and you might be surprised to know it would be Padraig O'Brien and Tomas Roach playing together, and they got all the way to the semi-final around about 2003. Okay, as I said, he might have played club at some stage, and he did. Okay, it's fine. He doesn't mind losing the 10. He knows he's only going to lose 2 club tricks. Perhaps his hand is a little bit awkward now. Going to play a heart back. But the danger is he loses to Queen 10 doubleton in the south hand, in which case you could lose 3 club tricks. But that's only 3 clubs and a diamond, so it doesn't figure to have any problem other than how to make the over trick. And most lines lead to the over trick. Heart of the jack can run the queen of spades, might be successful. Okay, that's probably just as successful. So he doesn't lose any more diamonds now. So he makes 2 over tricks. it's the way that some of the people watch the pips of the 9s and 8s and the power that they can provide is what's anywhere on this hand. Now it'll run the Queen of Spades. So well played to gain an imp. And this is what the Irish boys are up against. It's going to be hard because they will eke out the imps, and every imp is now beginning to matter because we are at the business end with 4 boards to go. And giving away 1 or 2 imps every board will be the same as a game swing. So 2 spades probably shows clubs, although I've seen it show other stuff as well. So 2 spades is clubs, and West will make his weakest bid, which is could be 2 and a trump, it could be 3 clubs. Again, something to agree. 3 clubs is often a stronger bid. So if West had bid 2 and a trump, East would have been interested. Okay, South doesn't believe any of it and balances with 3 hearts. Dangerous, this vulnerability on a motley heart suit. And North doesn't believe anything either, and it's 4 hearts. Now that might express an opinion. Yes, it is. I don't know. We've seen a few Tuesday evening bids in this last session, and maybe that's Tuesday evening bid. 4 hearts. You always punish your partner for balancing a little bit. No, it mainly hasn't gone off yet, of course. Yeah, the spades are favourable. They haven't got the diamonds going yet, but you would think they've got 2 hearts, a spade, and a diamond. And 3 clubs was probably not making, but 3 hearts probably was making, so it could be 5 or 6 imps drifting away. So what's his hopes? He doesn't want to be in this contract, doubled. He doesn't think the hearts are necessarily breaking, but they are. He knows East doesn't have 4 spades. Otherwise he would have tried Stayman rather than 2 spades, quite likely. So what should he do? I think he wants to hide the fact he's got the ace of spades for a while. West doesn't know whether his partner's got the queen of diamonds or the ace of spades, so will be reluctant to switch to a diamond. So his best bet might be to win the ace and just put the queen of hearts on the table, or a small heart. Either will probably work. I say small heart in case he's still singleton on him. Okay, well he's decided he can afford to throw a diamond on the ace of clubs later. And remember, he's got a finessing opportunity now against East Queen of Clubs. By hopefully winning the 10 of clubs later, although he's got a few entry problems to do that. But he does have 2 hearts, a club loser, and a spade for definite now. Yep, good switch. Now he's probably regretting ducking that club. So he can cash his ace of clubs to throw his diamond away. And rely upon the king of spades being right. Which he thinks it is, because he's shown up with king, queen of clubs, presumably, and the queen of diamonds, and was passing 3 clubs. So West has everything. But he still thinks the hearts are possibly 4-1. But it looks as if whatever he does, this can be quite a reasonable swing to the USA. Okay, well, looks like 2 hearts and a spade to lose. And to be honest with you, either player could have found a diamond switch at several stages if Mark had gone up with ace of clubs. So he was probably always 1-2 off. So it's where you play game in both rooms and game when you go off. And this is a case in point where they're going to lose quite a bit. They're going to lose 600, I would expect. Well, 550. 11 imps. Okay, 11 imps. That's expected. So that's a significant lead of either 19 or may only be 16 if the score is slightly wrong. But still, 1.5 game swings with 3 boards to go. The Irish team are in need of a swing. So Tuna Trump has seen this bid before, like a 5-card statement type bid. Not quite certain the purpose of these bids rather than statement. Maybe it's to stop the opponents doubling 2 clubs for a lead, but Hardly is going to get smaller, and the jack will hold. And nothing more attractive than switching to a club or a diamond. Yeah. Not the board they wanted at this stage, because there's 4 clubs, 4 diamonds, and a spade off the top. There's 9 top tricks, and probably one more some stage in hearts. So this is looking like a flat board. So there's 30, 31 and 32 for Ireland to try and get back 19 imps or so. So nothing really to talk by this hand. It's just a matter of maybe an over trick. So a flat board, 3 boards to go. Not the hands that the Irish want a bit more excitement in them, but we'll see. So one the trump was theoretically 15-17, but he's upgraded his 14 because of the 5-card suit. 2 hearts or spades. He's happy to accept that. Now 4 spades is okay, but the spades do go 4-1. And the diamonds are all offside. So it's not that okay, is it? 7-3 could be dodgy. So they balanced again. This time south has passed, and you're going to get a heart ruff. Diamonds are right, so you're going to get a heart ruff and 2 clubs, and that's probably it. Okay. Sleep. Now it's good that we all stayed up to watch this, but as is often the case, the best bridge is often played in the quarters and the semi-finals, and the final is all about falling over the line. And I feel that's Probably the case here, but there's still chances. Okay, so 3 clubs minus 1 looks like it's... Yep, well done, good defense. So that's got it flatten the board. So time is running out for the Irish with 19 imps needed from the last 2 boards. Not looking good, is it? Okay, so we'll wait patiently for the last 2 boards. And I hope for 10 more, but I have a feeling it won't be. Another event coming up worth considering is the Killarney Congress, which is surprising down in Killarney, but it's not at the Lake Hotel, it's at the new venue. And that is on, if he's going to tell me, May, early May.
I don't. Don't know the date.
Or June, is it June? It's when we come back from Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about the 8th of June.
Okay, Killarney we think is about the 8th of June. It's just a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well worth a visit, very sociable.
If we're going on the 6th, it's around the 12th, I think.
And those of you that want the chance to play against all these sort of people, remember you can always enter the Region Premier League, which are long matches, are 24 board matches, which is unusual, 6 to 8 rounds, and all these people play in that event, so you will get the chance to play against them. Best way to improve is by playing against good players. Sorry, there wasn't enough technical hands we could have discussed tonight, but there was been one or two. And just a shout out to the other Irish people that went over. We had some people that did pretty well in Peter Piggott and Thomas McCormack, playing with Matthew O'Farrell and Luca Crone, that got to the 5th round. Kieran Coyne and Tommy Garvey, playing with two people from Bulgaria, I believe, did pretty well, got to the 4th round or so. I don't think there was many others. There was Harold and Anne were over, playing in a team with Lucy Phelan and a few other Irish. Margaret Cunningham. And then we had Louise Mitchell playing in a team which was mainly Welsh people. And I think they would have thoroughly enjoyed themselves over in Bristol, which is a great venue for bridge. So many good restaurants. Highly recommended. And easy to get to from Dublin. You fly direct to Bristol, and the air coach takes you door to door to the hotel. So think of going over next year. Go over for the Monday, the Bank Holiday Congress, one day. Really worth it. Just wittering away while I'm waiting for the last two boards. And the other tip, don't do what I did and leave it to the last minute, otherwise you'll find that you're too late to enter. Going to get my entry in January next year. I feel as if there's no one watching. It's been on for 2 hours. Feels a lot longer. There's a number like 30. I don't think that's the number of people. No, it's board 30. So it had 30 people watching. So nothing to talk with this hand other than the bidding was quite interesting. Board 30. I just flicked back to bidding. No, it wasn't very nice. I suppose it was. It was North's decision to balance with 3 clubs, right or wrong. You don't have many points. You've only 6 clubs. Jack to 3 hearts is garbage. But because people open one the trump on a lot of 14 counts these days, certainly at this level, then you've got to consider balancing. But what you mustn't do is crucify your partner for balancing, which possibly what happened the previous 2 boards ago when they got to 4 hearts. Any mixed pairs that want a good quadra bridge event, they're allowed. You're all allowed to enter if you're both Irish, the mixed pairs in the European Championship over in Riga in Latvia, and it's a great place to go. I've been there myself. Tremendous people, and the bridge will be a high standard but pleasant. There won't be too many awkward buggers there. I appreciate some of you have a day job and can't get away as much as some other people. I think some of these operators must be doing their day job now. It is the slowest I've ever seen it, and I'm sorry to say that, Shireen and your team, but something has to be done about the speed. It ruins it as a spectacle.
They've been fined for slow play.
I think the play, it's not the slow play is the problem. I think somehow the system is slowing it down. But I could be wrong. And it's a great system that Andy Bowles and Shireen and the other guy's name I keep forgetting have put together to be able to display this. And they provide these services free of charge for most of these presentation events. So well done to them. Okay, it's 31 a hand to gain 12 imps. Let's find out. One club, that looks very normal. One heart looks very normal. One diamond showing hearts, okay. So they're playing transfers, of course. A highly recommended system. Look on the YouTube for the theory. It's all there. 3 diamonds, that's another good bid. That shows 4 card heart support, a singleton diamond, and a weak no trump range. Now, 4 no trump a little bit pushy because the king queen diamonds is facing a singleton, and not very often the singleton jack, I can tell you. Partner's giving you best possible response in some ways.
The other table is half open to club, and Tom Hamlin bid 2 spades.
He's sitting west. Oh, he must have moved. I thought he was east. Okay. You sure?
2 spades, yeah.
Must have switched to east west. So we don't know about 6 hearts. We're not too enamored. But the spade lead is given a better chance. The hearts being 4-1 is a problem, but the spade lead's given her a chance. Now they can get rid of 3 clubs on the diamonds, but they have to rough something to get the extra trick, I think. So they're going to make 2 spades and 4 hearts is 6. 4 diamonds is 10, and a club is 11. So there's 11 tricks now. Mark has to do some magic to make more. And my gut feeling is it's not going to work. But you would like to think that now is the time we'd like it to go slow. We'd like to think of it. What's the right line? And they're just trundling away. And I'm sure they're not playing at this speed. I really am. Like, he needs the hearts breaking. If they don't, he's in huge trouble. And they aren't breaking. So he's probably just off.
There are 5 hearts in the other room.
Now the feeling is that 3 diamonds is the normal bid. Shows a weak no trump with a singleton diamond. Generally, you'd have 5-4-3-1 shape, but not always. And with 8 king queen extra diamonds, yes, you're good enough to make a slam try, but to basically force the slam, I'm not so sure. Now, does it only go off because the 4-1 break? Possibly it does. If the heart broke, you could have thrown 3 clubs away and roughed a club. So it's only the 4-1 heart break that beats 6 hearts, in fairness. But they did have a favourable lead. They didn't have to have a spade lead. So it's quite difficult. North has an 18 count, and partners open the bidding and then jump to 3 hearts, basically. Should South have done less? Let's just go back to the beginning, because the play is just going one off, so we can't excite you about the play. 7, 8, 10, 12. So it's a 13 count, which is only worth 12 because you don't count the stiff jack. Question is, when you're playing transfer methods, that I highly recommend, go onto the YouTube site and read about them. Maybe South should only put 2 hearts. Queens are bad cards. Unsupported queens, it's a poor 12. It's close to a poor 12, that hand on the good 13. So maybe South should just put 2 hearts. And possibly wouldn't have excited North as much as 3 diamonds did. But should 3 diamonds have excited him? We appreciate that on the lead, it only goes off because the hearts are 4-1. But on any other lead, you had a lot to do. You really did. But probably just needed a spade finesse. If the hearts break. We're talking about the spade finesse, so the jack of spades being right. So unlucky, and I think they had to look for that slam because they needed a good score. And I think they probably knew that. Now it's going to be a bad score on the good score, and it sounds like it's the end of the match. Just 5 hearts made in the other room. How did they bid in the other room? Let's have a quick look. They weren't playing transfers, of course. Let's just go back to the other room. They open the club. They overcalled 2 spades, which muddied the waters a little bit. There's times when that vulnerability is right to overcall 2 spades when you're 5-5 with spades in the minor. I've tried it myself a few times. Often been not successful. Yeah, I think they knew the single to diamond wasn't a good holding on their auction. So that's going to be imps away, surely. Maybe the score hasn't come in yet. No, the score hasn't come in yet, but it's going to be imps away, which takes it out of control of the Irish, because that's a lot of imps. It's 12 imps, which takes the USA up to around about 100. And even if there's a few imps wrong in the scoring, it's nearly 100. So it is now impossible for the Irish to win. So we can say, well done for the challenge. They've done ever so well to get to the final yet again, beating so many good teams on the way. And congratulations to the USA. First time they've won since Siem Mahmood won about 10, 11 years ago. I'm calling it a day on this because there's nothing of interest in this last board, I suspect. 4 hearts looks like diamond finesse is right. So we've got a hard loser and 2 club losers. End of probably the end of story. So 4 hearts is going to make, and it's not going to matter whatever happens. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Sorry it hasn't been as informative as normal, but the main thing is to see the Irish team, dominating English bridge yet again, and they were only beaten by a USA team. No English team finished ahead of them, which was great. No Welsh team finished ahead of them, which is very surprising to me. And thanks you all for watching. Bye now.